Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Suplexes and Shea Butter.
Ew.
I am Tonya here with Tyler and Claudia.
Ew. Name change in 2019. We're leaving Claudine in
And
2019.
this is our wrap up from the year.
Yes,
We've done about 12 episodes. Like, I'll go later on and see how many we've done for the year.
Yes.
But Tyler,
Tyler.
this one gonna be, what she doing? Hey, look, the name of this show is the Ghetto Black Woman episode. So we gonna let it all hang out.
Tyler said, "We ghetto tonight." I'm being me.
we gonna be straight up ghetto. Fuck them classy white women. You need you a ghetto black woman in your life.
I'm tired. That was so.
Let me tell you. Let's talk about that right off top, cause that shit got me. That part where Naomi, okay, Mandy Rose look at Jimmy and she was like, "You know what that means?" And he like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
He said, "No, I don't."
She said, "Oh, you don't know what you missing." And then Naomi came in like, "Oh, I got what you missing," and started acting the damn girl. I watched that clip like 15 times and just was cackling all yesterday.
Yes.
After I saw it, it got like, that shit hit me where I live. Do you understand? That's so damn relatable. Like,
it was.
Like she said, I got what you. Like, basically, I don't know if people understand. She wasn't just screaming nonsense. She told Amanda, "I got what you missing," meaning I got that ass whooping you ordered. And it's been long. I can't wait till she whoop that ass, Lord.
And then told her no, she be trying it.
Yeah, she be trying it. Jimmy all innocent and stuff. Like, what is he gonna do with this white woman?
To all my followers out there, I know this little ghetto for real me ain't sitting up here eating, but I'm a sister hungry, okay? I'm gonna be hearing about this stuff on Twitter. They're gonna be laughing their butts off, but that's all good though. I'm real about mine.
I'm real about mine. Don't worry about me.
A girl hungry. Tonya, that's what you need to do. You need to smoke a blunt in front of everybody.
I'm in the process. I'm not gonna lie.
Eating and rolling the blunt.
I am going. My parents are in my home right now, so
yeah, you can't be that ghetto.
I'm lovely. All I do is just talk about like regular things.
So basically, that's gonna be a feud between. It's gonna be a feud between Mandy and Naomi because she keep messing. I have a feeling.
She just doing that to push Nate. It really ain't about Jimmy. That's what some people like. Naomi shouldn't be. Naomi ain't fighting over her man. Because everybody knows Jimmy ain't going nowhere
at all.
Mm-hmm. She ain't, and Naomi don't see her as a threat. It's the principle. You to respect other people's husbands. And if a bitch, you already don't like this bitch, and she's smiling up in your husband's face, I snatch that bitch ball too. It ain't about fighting over a man. It's fighting over some respect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all this feud is about. And I can't wait.
I can't get comfortable
for her to whoop her ass. So
I like it because Naomi. So I will say this, Naomi. There's been a lot of like, oh, Asuka left her. My laptop is all over the place. There's a lot of like, oh, Asuka left her, and so she's not gonna be. I don't think they realize that Naomi's okay with Asuka leaving her because Naomi wants to be a single star.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the tag belt is cool, but she.
Who was Vince standing next to when he appeared on SmackDown? Who was he standing next? He wasn't standing next to the man or the queen or the empress. He was standing next to Naomi.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like she's gonna be she's content. Like she's because if you saw that her fallout interview after that match that she had with Asuka, she was just like she's basically like, I'm like, I hear all the conversation about Becky Lynch and Charlotte and and Asuka, and I'm just as good as the women as those women, and I want to be in that conversation.
Which is fair.
So she's just at that point where she's like, listen, I don't have time for this. Be a tag team, and keep lowering myself to make everyone else be okay. She's at this point where I'm seeing that switch in her head. Like, if Becky's gonna be selfish and get what she wants, Charlotte's selfish, gets what she wants. Asuka even had to be a little selfish to get what she wants. Like, everybody's moving on, and she just realizes she has to do the same, and she's not a bad person for doing the same.
Right.
Like, why all the hate though? That's what's killing me. Like,
because she's black. She a dark skinned black woman. Not just she black. She a dark skinned black woman. She ain't got no European features, and she beautiful and she talented, and they can't fucking stand it. Cause these women like Naomi supposed to be angry and ghetto. As a motherfuckers got the nerve to type in ghetto and don't even know what I can show that motherfucker what ghetto is.
Listen,
first-hand experience, and Naomi ain't never been there.
You talking about Road Warrior?
No, I'm talking about this motherfucker on Twitter last night that called her ghetto.
Who's saying that Mandy was classy? And
he said, that's why I named my show The Ghetto Black Woman. He said a ghetto black woman versus the classy white woman. I'll take the classy one. And I'm asking this motherfucker. I'm asking him, how the fuck is flirting with somebody's husband classy?
Yeah, that's true. More like
and he
have no answer for me. But I looked up his page and he was a Trump supporter. This the whole thing. They be using that coded language. If Becky can do whatever she wants, run up on anybody, sneak attack them and whatever, and she being a badass, but Naomi act the same way and she fucking ghetto, I see you. I want these motherfuckers to know I see them. And every time I see that shit, I'm gonna call it out. 2019, I'm ready for Naomi to collect her things.
All of them.
All of them.
And I will say this, my dad, it's so funny you say about coded language, because my dad made the same comment. He's just like, I just hear the coded language with them. When we were watching Raw Monday, he's like, I just hear the coded language with them. Like, everything's like a fly, like, oh, superior. And he's like, I hear it, and I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. And I find it very interesting.
See, at least you got somebody that actually listens to promos.
Oh.
He listening. Because I'm like, I see y'all.
It's real shady. It's real sly. It's nothing huge, but it's just like the energy is there. And then when you keep getting these reports of backstage, like of people being racist in the past and in the present, and everyone just wants to pretend it's not happening. It's
like, let's keep it real funky since we on this subject.
Yeah, Ahmed Johnson came out.
The story that came out about Ahmed Johnson, and he said he can't know for sure, because they ain't never roll with it. Them racist motherfuckers, when you gotta be around them, they always do covert, sneaky racist shit. And in his head, he thinks it was Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold that was being slick racist towards him. And motherfuckers don't understand that Stone Cold's gimmick triggered me. These are the motherfuckers that around here where I live, they would put their money on the counter because they don't want to touch your hand.
Yeah.
Or slick call you nigga. They look like Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels. But I'm supposed to say, oh no, it can't be them. I've grown up on them. These can't be racist. Man, if you black and you say that, shame on you. You don't fucking know these people and how they talk and what they did. All these people talking about how bad of a wrestler he was, how bad. You don't know. Racism take a hold to some people. And everybody, like, we got to be roses that grow out of concrete. And everybody can't be that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe Ahmed Johnson had a bad attitude. He was a bad wrestler. And they didn't fucking help. Kofi Kingston ain't neither one. Where his titles at? Where his main event push been?
After his feud with Randy Orton, it was a wrap.
Because Randy Orton didn't want that for him.
Mm-hmm. One little mistake, got buried after that.
Right.
Yeah. We watch Braun Strowman allegedly gets heat on and off all the time. We watch Lana goes to the doghouse, in and out the doghouse every other week. Every time she's fine, she's do something reckless on Twitter. It's like you know what I mean? Like, I watch white wrestlers get so many opportunities after opportunities. Paige is a prime example, and I want to like Paige. You know what I mean? But she's a prime example of just someone who gets to mess up a million times over and go above and beyond, and then get welcome back. And God forbid for Naomi even be on, like, they already act like she doesn't want to be there just because she was on Total Divas. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna say this. Much love and respect to Paige. She did a good job as GM, but God forbid Naomi had a sex tape for all the Twitter to see.
that'd be nothing.
If no, Naomi and Jimmy had a sex tape, that's
That would have
all
been.
these motherfuckers would talk about.
We would never hear the end of it. Never.
Oh, ever. It will be, they will put us all her with gifts, everything, every single time she says a word.
You know, we all see it. That's like the last show I named these out. Right fans, they gotta stop. They gotta go. They gotta get the fuck up out of here. I ain't got time for none of that shit. And I'm gonna call them out. And you won't have no argument for why you call this woman ghetto. Other than she's black. That's why she's ghetto.
Yeah.
It's a fighting show. She saw the bitch she don't like and she wanted to fight her.
What's ghetto about that?
Right. Becky ghetto as fuck then.
Did she not say keep my name out your mouth? At a whole Charlotte. I mean, at
Right.
Nia Jax.
Right.
No, ran up on Nia and punched her in the face.
And not that, but she said keep my name out your mouth.
Right.
She said show mouth. CHOMOUF. Show mouth.
Okay, well, keep it in there. It's been a long year.
Yes, and most of it's a blur. I'm gonna be very honest.
A lot of it was a blur for me, and I had to go back and watch some things.
I didn't do that.
For all my categories, I'm like, Roman is kind of suspended. I'm going to take him out of the equation when I make these choices because he's a special case. Because we're going to talk about his year all together anyway. So, my favorite wrestler of this year. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
I knew it.
Really?
Listen, I've been more entertained by him. I'm taking Roman out of it. I've been more entertained by him. It's been some missteps, but like you keep putting him in a fucking match with Dolph, and they did like 15 matches, and 13 of them was bangers. So like he did I went back and watched his gauntlet match. He did great in it.
Yes, that gauntlet was fire.
He was even good in like little tag team spots and in the Royal Rumble, and it just seemed like his character was more somebody I could root for this year. He didn't seem as like spoiled and entitled to me this year. I don't know, maybe it's because him and Roman was getting along, and I also had to give it to him because when Roman made his announcement, his face. I ain't been able to be mad at Steph since I seen.
Yeah, he was
that. I really haven't. I was like, oh, poor baby. So that's kind of where I am with it. So, Tyler, who's your...
Me?
Yeah, who's your favorite wrestler of the year?
Mine is a tag team. I'm going to go with the Usos.
Really?
Yep. Taking Roman out of it because he was still there. He would probably be my rest of the year. I just love him to death. That's how much I love him. But yeah, Usos. They just I love how they do their promos. It's like they finish each other's sentences.
Yeah.
It's like they know what each other's gonna say. Always entertaining matches. I really think they can try as single stars if they want to. They probably ain't ready for that yet.
They say they have no ambitions to.
I know they don't. It would be cool to see. It's because they rather stay. They cool with just being together.
Mm-hmm.
Which they probably the only tag team that people probably don't want to see break up.
Not me. I want to see them break. I want to see them have a war, but that's just me.
I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool either way. I'm cool either way, but it's like, yeah, Like if it's nobody else that I'm entertained by, I know I'll be entertained by the Usos. So
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I like that. I will say my favorite this year
ooh,
has
that's
been
good. That was good. Woo.
Charlotte. My
All
favorite this
right.
year has been Charlotte. I really
Charlotte?
liked her. Yeah,
Good shout. Good shout. Good shout.
I I think so. There was a point where I was ragging on her. Like I felt like the matches were kind of sloppy and like a little not sloppy. I wouldn't even say even at her worst, it was more like poorly timed. Like, girl, what are you doing? Than it was like bad, right?
Yeah.
And I think especially towards the end, she just started kicking it up a notch. I feel like what I always prefer the people. Okay, there's people who keep going and they perform at a pace and it's going well and they don't really change anything and it's boring to me. Like, it's a good match, but I don't care. And I feel like Charlotte in the years and to be honest, I feel like in the years that I have followed her, I disliked her heavily when she first came on the main roster. I disliked her. I call her like I said, she had a flat butt. I couldn't stand her. I used to go all off on her and be like, I can't stand her. Because I thought she was just like there and pretty much taking away Naomi's opportunity. I think right around the time she debuted, Naomi was like just inching towards contendership. And I got fed up because then Charlotte was like the contender and just like started winning the championships. And for me to dislike her that heavily because of Naomi, and she turned me into a fan multiple times, I have to respect her because she is honestly, she's so good. And I think at this point, I think young fans, like young kids, aren't gonna be like, that's Ric Flair's daughter. They're gonna be like, that's Charlotte Flair's dad. You know what I mean?
Right. Ric
I think
Flair
she's
is going to
so
be
good.
known as Charlotte Flair's dad, and that's fucking cool.
I think,
Can
and
I
that's
can I
I
can I
respect that so much. And she's
no,
been busting her butt. Like these final few matches that she's been having this year. Oh my gosh, just MVP, just MVP.
I
I've
got a
respected her.
I got a challenge for wrestling fans out there. The challenge is stop making it seem like having a wrestler as a father a bad thing challenge because it really isn't.
It's not. I don't understand the
It's
problem.
an advantage.
It really, I mean, if you're a mother, I mean, if you're a daughter of a wrestler or a son of a wrestler, then most likely you pretty much know how the business works. You pretty much know what promos you need to do or how to invoke emotion. You know how to wrestle, how to do all types of things. Because I'm pretty sure if you want to be a wrestler, they was going to teach you the ins and outs, so you won't make them look stupid and you won't make yourself look stupid. I'm pretty sure that's what they did.
Yeah.
So can we
I
like stop treating it like it's a bad thing for wrestling fans? I said, not saying we don't because I really don't have an issue with that. Like fans
I
trying
didn't
to
like
make
it
it
at
seem like
first.
because it's like, oh, she's Charlotte Flair's dad. Great. I mean, because even though she's Charlotte Flair, I mean, even though she's Ric Flair's daughter, she's still gonna have to show y'all what she can do at the end of the day. So it's like, oh, she still had to show them, and when I say them, I mean Vince, what she can do at the end of the day. Just like Roman had to lose freaking 300 pounds in order to get in WWE.
Yeah.
So it's like they still had to work.
Yeah.
They weren't given this,
I don't think that it's
willingly.
that they were given things. I think we have to acknowledge that they are afforded a certain level of opportunity, right?
Yeah, yeah, but if they're
But
showing
I
you,
think Charlotte. Well, I think that's why I like her because I've seen so many wrestlers' kids flop. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Where they just
yeah,
they kind of come in and think that it's all gonna work out, and they never even make it past developmental. I mean,
cause
I'm
it's
thinking even Ricky, this Dragon Steamboat's daughter. I mean, son.
yeah,
Never
yeah,
made it past developmental.
yeah.
So
That's what
I've
I'm saying.
seen, like I definitely agree like that it doesn't give them as much of a leg up as you think it does.
Yeah,
But I think there were points, like I said, with Charlotte, especially, there were points where I was a little, I was aggravated as a fan because it just felt like Charlotte's gonna win. Okay, Charlotte's gonna win. You know what I mean? And I don't care. But I think at this point it has come into its own where Charlotte's so strong as a competitor that like she feels like a challenge to beat. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
And
if they're showing you they can run with the opportunities that Vince gives them, then it's like, okay, leave them alone and
yeah,
focus your attention to someone else. Because there's been plenty of wrestlers that haven't, you know, look at Curtis Axel. You know,
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt. As many chances as you got as he has gotten,
Well,
you think he could be where he needs to
let's
be?
be real. Bray and Bo are both more talented than them. Y'all remember IRS? He first of all he was a tax man. He was a generic wrestler. You can't remember nothing about him except he was boring and he was a tax man.
Yeah. I
So
vaguely remember
like
him, to be honest.
yeah,
And I
so if
still,
you
and the
bring
thing with
up
Bray, and my thing with Bray is like I view Bray as the Joker to Roman's Batman. I love their feud. I love their matches. All the other matches with Bray, I didn't care for, but Roman's matches with Bray Wyatt were pretty damn good. Their feud 1-on-1 was pretty damn good. When there was a Shield versus it's like
Ooh, Shield
when
versus
Bray,
Wyatt is another level.
it's like when Bray was. It's like every time Bray had to have a feud or a match with Roman, he would step it up, just like Miz. And I was like, see, Bray is not that bad. If only he could do that with other people. That's what
Yeah.
I want to see. I said because he's not a bad talent.
everybody ain't
A lot
wrong
of
with them.
people. I like people, yeah. But I was like, people shit on Bray, but I said he showing with Roman he could do it. I'm just waiting for him to do it with somebody else.
This is
So
fair.
I got a
Because come
question.
on now.
I got a question with y'all about Charlotte.
Yes.
Do you think Charlotte can put on a match with anybody or it depends on who she's in the ring with?
Oh,
I
I think
think
it
he,
depends.
I think Charlotte is very similar to Dean Ambrose.
It depends on who
They
she's in the
they
ring with.
they
Got it.
wrestle to the level of the person they're in the ring with.
I thought I was the only one that thought that because I was like, she's not bad. I mean, I liked her matches. I gave her respect towards the end of this year, but I need to see if she can do it with people that's not a Becky or Sasha or Ronda or
Or
whatever.
Oscar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or Oscar. I need to see. I'm curious. I'm not saying she trash. I'm just saying,
No,
what
I
you
feel you.
know.
I think that's. I mean, that was something to me. I think me putting her as my favorite this year has been more about the risks she did take and
Mm-hmm.
like how far she was willing to go. Like I never once, even at her worst, I never once believed that she didn't want to be the best. You know what I mean? I feel like her drive just really bleeds through to me,
Uh,
and I just feel like in her matches, with the level towards the end, I have to give her respect, man. Like the bumps that she was taking, the just the craziness. She was like a lot of times she was the one who was doing all the high impact stuff in those
mm-hmm.
like types of matches, and that's what. And it's not even the first time that she's been like that. She's been typically doing a lot of the most intense bumps in a
Yeah.
lot of these matches. So I just think she stepped it up so much, and I feel like her step up is more of a has been continuous, whereas Becky just kind of just got here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like for her, it's been years of her sustaining this for the pretty much the most part, and that's one of the things that made me respect her too, is because when Becky stepped up, Charlotte was able to keep up, and I think a lot of times, like Becky, even as much as I love her, Becky has doesn't seem to be as strong against people who are as strong as her. Like you know what I mean? She gets in the ring, and it's someone like Lana, or I feel like someone like Lana will throw her off her game in promos. Charlotte was over here telling her to shut it up, telling her to shut up, and she's just looking at her all salty. And I'm like, girl, you can't talk all this trash and waver when people get in your face. Like it doesn't make sense.
I get what you're
So
saying.
I feel like Charlotte, when people step up, like when she's motivated, she's killing it, and she makes everyone better. But also when she's like, when other people step up, she's able to keep up, and I think that makes her amazing for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, it's time to be shady.
Oh.
Worst wrestler of the year, Claudine.
Ooh, worst of the year. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, but see, he Dolph's too easy.
He's easy, man. Pick somebody else.
And Dolph,
Okay,
I just put him over with Seth. Like it's because it's Dolph, and like
no,
he's
okay.
he's not giving you nothing new. But you telling me he's not giving you nothing? He the same old. It's like watching a tribute '80s hair metal band. You know what you gonna get with Dolphin.
I'll do this. I'll do one female and one male wrestler. So my male worst wrestler this year has been Dolph.
Dolphin.
My
Okay.
female worst wrestler this year. Who's my worst female superstar? I'm trying to think through the roster. All the girls have really they put their effort in. I think I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss.
Ain't fair. You know what? Fair. Very fair. Cause she won Miss Money in the Bank and the championship,
And
and
they
all
did
she had to
shit
do
since.
was like 5 moves. Yeah,
They
She did
did nothing
nothing.
since.
she didn't do.
Got a tattoo 5 days before. I don't.
That was bogus as fuck.
I don't care that she got a boob job. I don't care. These women work out, and that obviously takes away the boobies, and I understand that. And for a business as vain as professional wrestling, I'm not gonna fault any woman because let's be very
I
clear.
wouldn't get them. I'm finna take bumps. I'm not finna have nothing that can pop on me. Fuck
Oh,
you.
no. Let's be
If
very
my
clear.
titties ain't big enough for you, then so be it.
Oh no. Let's be very clear. Daniela will cut and snip whatever she wants. Do you understand me? That's my real name. If y'all don't know, Daniela will cut and snip everything. Claudine is my middle name, by the way. But like, I don't care. I don't care about surgery. You do you. I'm gonna,
No,
like,
I don't
if
care
that
about it.
doesn't
I
bother
just
me,
don't. To me, it's counterproductive to being a wrestler. That's why I never understood why they tried to. Like, I can see going to get some work done to your face, but they falling down on their back for a living.
yeah.
And I've read so many horror stories about these women with their implant.
But
China had her implant pop on her, and she had to work and perform like that for a month and a half. And she said it was some of the worst pain she's ever been. Ever since I read that in her book, I like for those reasons I would be like, why would you want to? It seems counterproductive. Now,
it's
get
not.
whatever you want.
Look at how
It
they
just
treat
seems
Charlotte.
like something that's kind of you get what I'm saying.
I get
You,
it, but I also think the
it's
business
an
people.
investment for sure, but it seems like it's gonna end up causing you more money. So I guess if you make more money with the breast, it will be a good investment despite complications.
It's just
But
one of those things that I think I like for me it's like if you want to snip it, cut it, do whatever you got to do. I don't really care. I think my problem is Charlotte got new titties and came back and started flipping off of everything. You get what I'm saying? Like,
they too different. Come on now,
but
Alexa's
that's why she's
tiny.
trash for me. That's why she's trash. I'm just like, you got to do better, girl. You can't. I don't like. The whole point is, as the women's industry at this point, they're fighting to say we are more than hair pulling and being, just oh my god, pillow fight match, and what they're trying to say that we're beyond that, and they have been proving that, and she has been actively working against it with every single thing that she did. All she did was call girls ugly and hide out and nap during matches. I don't care. I don't. So that to me was frustrating. And Dolph, the reason why I thought he was trash is because I feel like there's just no. I don't know. I feel like I loved Dolph back in like 2013 when he won that championship and he cashed in. And I was so heartbroken for him when he got concussed by Jack Swagger right after. I was heartbroken. And then he came back with Alberto Del Rio and they had that whole double turn match and it was phenomenal. Like I was so, so, so supportive of Dolph. And it just pains me to see him like this. I don't know. It's just I feel like he's just missing that gear, missing that next step, and it's just tiring to watch. Like I don't get enjoyment from watching him. I don't feel like he's trying. I just feel like he's just there.
I can understand. Tyler, you gonna do a male and a female or just one?
In my mind, I feel like I have a list.
Me
But I'm not
too.
gonna do that.
You do your list first.
I'm not gonna. Cause I'm being like a lot of y'all wrestlers, man. Y'all don't entertain me for real, for real.
Ooh,
Like my list is
don't
very short. God, but let me not be mean. Anyway,
We just
cause
pick
I
the
know some of
worst of
y'all.
the worst of like the most boring. I don't want to watch them. Whatever, male and female from this year.
Well, Barshoma is pretty boring to me.
it. Oh
Shake the table.
As attractive as he is, Drew McIntyre is boring.
Shake
I'm
it
a,
again. Shake
yeah.
the table.
Let's
Eyes and
see.
thighs and nothing else.
Lord have mercy, God. Who? Shinsuke Nakamura, he ain't did shit.
No, my
Oh.
baby.
Mm.
Shake the table.
Let me see
What
who else.
about your women? What about on the women's side? Cause you just down in the men like he ain't shit, he ain't shit, he ain't shit.
Matter of fact, all y'all on SmackDown could just take a seat.
Women, women ain't been doing too bad. They actually been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess I'll name Lana because she hasn't really done anything, even though she could just be in purgatory or whatever you call it. So Lana, I guess. And that's pretty much it. I guess Alexa Bliss because she ain't really done nothing either. So still one of yours, Claudia. Um, and that's pretty much it. Pretty much every other woman I believe has been used in some form of capacity.
That's fair.
So
I
I got
think
three
so
for the
too. Like the
women.
women
I got
are.
three for the men and two for the women. So that's my people. I could have
Okay.
gave y'all more, but I'm gonna be nice.
Uh for the men,
The look to the side is sending me.
far and away, it's Baron Corbin.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Baron Corbin
what
Bro.
number
the
four.
fuck
Baron Corbin.
like how did he go from being in the doghouse on SmackDown to like opening the show and talking for 20 minutes?
Yeah, Baron Corbin boring. He just don't
And
do it for
and
me.
and and I'm gonna have to give you two for the men too because as like he's a lackey, and it's like for all of a sudden somebody let the goof of the group have control, and then you got Drew McIntyre. I just have to go here. He's just like he makes Baron Corbin seem interesting, and that's an issue. Oh
Oh
my god,
no.
it is a. I can't do either one of them. On SmackDown, I also have to give an honorable mention to AJ Styles. I
Yeah.
know he just punched Vince and everybody ooh hype about it.
I'm
But
alright.
if you in a feud with Samoa Joe and people watching would just rather have Samoa Joe feud with himself, like Samoa Joe could have just came out and cut promos on himself
And
No.
no
or
lie,
any family,
and no lie,
and it still would have been fire. It didn't
Oh.
have to be AJ Styles.
and no lie.
You could have brought Hornswoggle back and said
No.
his wife was named Wendy, and that
No.
still would have been fire. Joe was doing.
And
But
no
AJ,
lie,
I'm ashamed,
and no
and
lie.
he
We
getting
like
another chance.
and
And
no lie.
shit,
We
I'm mad about all three of these people.
and no
Now on the
lie.
women's side, I feel like y'all being nice. I do.
I'm
Now
hurt.
I will agree. I agree with Alexa because the money in the bank. I have. I think I get triggered every time somebody say money in the bank. Like, look, just cancel it. After this show, just like, just get rid of it. Why y'all keep doing this fuck shit? Like,
For real.
okay. Her
Tyler?
little buddy in crime,
Did we lose you?
Tyler.
Huh?
Oh.
Yes. What happened?
Well, we thought we
Your
lost you.
avatar.
Oh no, girl. I was trying to see what people were saying on
Tanya,
Twitter.
you muted yourself. Ooh, this podcast is
Yeah, I
ghetto.
did.
Ooh,
Okay.
child, the ghetto.
Okay. Now, Naya. On to Naya.
Damn.
Okay. Now, she started off the year being in this storyline with Alexa. Her match at WrestleMania was trash.
You're
Very.
not putting peace in a
She's
biscuit.
not
It
a
wasn't that bad.
convincing bully.
She's not.
She
For
seemed
a
too
big girl
nice.
like girl.
She got I'm not scared of her. I know she can knock me the fuck out, but I talk so much shit she would have to, because I'm not scared at all. At all. When she after that stuff with Becky, She was supposed to take that shit and run, and I was ready for it. I was on the sidelines waiting, and she let that shit flop hard. She let it flop. She did let that shit flop now, and I got to If you have that opportunity, she let that shit flop
Oh
hard.
yeah, I got
Her
third for
match
my.
is
I
the
got third for
only
my women.
saving grace. Is why I'm not gonna put her before Alexa. Is her matches with Ronda, them two bitches. It's electricity in the air when they in the ring. I love that, but I have
I
to
got.
get
I got
and
third for
one
my
more,
women.
just cause she with our truth now, and everybody just a little engine that could. They really people. She's so likable, and they really want people to care about her. But trust me, as soon as our truth leaves, she going back to nothing. She didn't get no cheers as champion. She didn't get cheers before she was champion. She didn't get no.
WWE
She's basically Mandy.
No, I'm gonna stick up for
I wouldn't
Carmella.
go
I'm
so far.
talking about in terms of reaction.
No, I'm gonna stick up for Carmella.
Carmella had 2 weeks where people care, and that was attached to Ellsworth because he went and got the briefcase instead of her.
But that's
And that
the
was
thing.
it.
That's why
That's
I
it.
think WWE fumbled the
That's
bag.
it. That's it. She wrestles like a diva. She does. She's better as a valet. She can do one move good, and that's her submission. One.
Oh no.
One. And she was champion. If you're gonna raise it, then fuck that gold stars. Everybody get a title run shit. They don't want that with men. So why do we constantly try to do it with women? Carmella title reign should have never fucking happened. That's my belief. If people were talking about today, Carmella's run was entertaining. Yes. If you are a Divas fan, if you was a women wrestling fan, all her matches was trash at pay-per-view. All of them. Wasn't nobody talking about the SmackDown women's division when she was champion.
But I feel like this is the same thing. Like they did the same thing to Naomi. I feel like they fumbled the bag with these girls where they don't set them up for success. You know what I mean? And with
No,
with
at least
Carmella, I would
with
say
Naomi, people liked her match at SummerSlam with Natty. People were pissed off that she lost.
that is true.
See, I liked it.
Her match we shot, they booked Naomi's thing wrong. It's a difference. Carmella's was entertaining if you didn't focus on the wrestling. But she was the champion.
Well, I'm good.
See,
I'm good to tap out.
I liked it, Carmella, this year. This year, I liked her. You know,
I agree.
I mean, I'm not, disagreeing
No,
with
ma'am.
before that, but I liked her this year. That's just me, in my opinion. But I had a third woman. Now that I talk about it, is Becky Lynch.
Okay, you know what? You're just
Shake
trying to shake the table. You were trying to shake the table, and I am not okay.
She's shaking the table with drinks on there and stuff.
How dare you put Becky Lynch
Food on the table, Tyler.
on the same list? Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss on the same list? That is rude.
You know what?
Well, if you go back and watch their matches is some of the worst championship wrestlers.
I'm making you mad even more, Claudia.
Matches was rude.
I'm making you mad even more, Claudia. Becky Lynch. I'm gonna put Becky Lynch number 1, Alexa Bliss number 2. How about that? Now,
wow.
You are unacceptable. How?
Get mad.
Explain yourself. Explain why. What made Becky Lynch worse than Alexa Bliss?
She gets on my nerves. That's
okay, you know what? You can go on. You can go on.
What? All opinions are valid here. She want Becky on her list, then Becky gonna be on her list.
I'm offended.
I'm gonna be.
But like, y'all cannot tell me that y'all would feel good about Carmella main event WrestleMania represented as champion.
I don't think that she had to main event. But what I'm saying is Carmella.
She shouldn't have been champion.
No, I think Carmella. I think they fumbled her bag. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say why. When Ellsworth grabbed the Money in the Bank, I was pissed with everyone else. Like, oh my god, you wasted this. This is supposed to be this woman's moment, and you made it about a man. Like we saw that, you know. The thing about it is that very next that Tuesday where she did promo and she was like, it's about the women's revolution. And she looked at us and said, who cares? I was like, oh, she's going to be the worst person ever. And I love it. And I was so excited. But then they reneged and then redid the match. And, like they didn't stick to their guns on that one. And it just kind of took away the power of that moment. You know what I mean? And I feel like all of her heat was just taken from her because they didn't stick to their guns on that match. And you that to me was what was like, so I feel like that took her reign down. And I feel like that's why I don't blame her as much. Because the story didn't work for her anymore.
You had some people saying they shouldn't have went back and did that. Well, I feel like they shouldn't have went back and did it either. But
I didn't think so either.
But I've never said, I mean, even though I like Carmella, I never said she need a main event, or I'm not that
oh yeah, I don't like her that much.
Okay.
She was not that good.
I'm just like, no, her character is fine, but that okay, I'm done.
I think you have a point. I think she does have a missed out quality of like she's entertaining because of the pairing that she's in, not necessarily by herself. But I also feel like at a certain point we have to like Carmella wouldn't have lasted this long. She outlasted both of her teammates. If she were bad, we would have known by now.
I don't think she's bad. I'm talking about the position that she was put in, the matches they put her in. What they did with Asuka would have killed. Like, Asuka's still over despite that shit. They did a lot of fuck shit to Asuka in service of Carmella, and for what? And for what?
Yeah.
It's just wasting people's time. Sometimes I feel like they just be doing shit sometimes. Like with Baron Corbin, you just doing what the fuck was this for?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So back to the best. Let's go back and think of some of the best matches in WWE. You could just name some of those that you remember.
The Women's Royal Rumble is like my number one favorite match of this year, and I'll just start right there. That Women's Royal Rumble was everything. I loved it. I got so emotional that whole night.
I watched it. I think that was Christmas Eve. I was drinking. I was watching it, and it was very well done, and I think it was better put together than a lot of the men's rumbles have been like in the past 5 years. Like I'm kind of mad that we know who number 30 is gonna be, cause like last year that was the big thing. Who's gonna be number 30? And everybody was like, it's got to be Trish, and it was Trish, and it was just that was a good night of like, wow, they actually like. They let them do what the men do, and this shit is lit. And they might actually not stop doing this.
Yeah.
Now that was the first time I realized, like, it's they've been saying it, revolution or whatever, but they might actually be doing it. So, yeah, I agree with that match. Tyler, you got a match?
It's hard. So much has happened this year.
It has.
And things I remember aren't from this year, and that sucks.
Facts.
I still be ready to say talking smack with the Miz is my favorite moment. It's like, how many years ago, baby? I was still ready to say that's my favorite.
I have a lot of them. For the year 2018. And some of them ain't even on pay-per-view.
Which is fair. I can think of some non-pay-per-view moments.
Like I liked it. Was Roman versus Seth in 2018?
In the gauntlet match?
They were in the gauntlet match.
Not the gauntlet.
Nah, that was
last year or
2 years ago. 2017.
God dang it! But I still watch that match today. Oh, I love that match so much. Bobby Lashley versus Roman Shane was good. Bobby Lashley versus Roman on Raw was pretty freaking good. And the crowd reaction, oh my god.
Yes, that was really good. Check my resume, bitch. And then Drew McIntyre gonna come a week later talking about check my resume. You don't have a resume, boo.
Well, I checked it and it says here you were once a member of 3MB. Sit the fuck down and be humble.
What resume? I feel like he
Um,
said it too. His eyes like that. He got that vacant. I shouldn't have said that stare as soon as he said it because it
I
just
went
the crowd was like, "Huh?"
I went back
Charlotte,
and
Charlotte, Charlotte versus Becky was my favorite match. Actually, I enjoyed the Evolution pay per view as a.
yeah, we can just that was my favorite pay per view of the year.
Same.
I
That was
say
exactly what I was gonna
I
say.
have um I say SummerSlam and Evolution. I thought SummerSlam was good, and then Roman and Ronda winning the titles were just
Oh,
capped the night off. Don't be a hater. I still hate Becky Lynch. Um,
ow! No, I agree though. Evolution was my favorite pay per view as well. Well, I'll just say that like
so
top to
those
bottom.
two can switch from those two can switch places for me either way. SummerSlam and Evolution this year was my
SummerSlam, I
two
don't
favorite.
remember as
Okay,
much. Maybe it's just me.
I loved it.
yeah, but see, I went back and watched some stuff. So,
I should have.
worst pay per view of the year for me. You ready for it? WrestleMania 34.
I agree.
Fuck that show. I've yet to watch it back.
I still haven't
What?
watched it back. I
Are you
refuse.
kidding?
Girl,
Wait, this
I'm not
WrestleMania this
watching
year?
that for what? For what?
I loved Ronda's match. I watched that over again. I've watched it.
Okay, I don't have to watch the pay per view to see that match.
Yeah, I remember that match. That match was good, but I refused to watch WrestleMania 34. The crowd was
No, I'm not
horrible.
watching it.
The booking of the show was horrible. That
Yeah.
freaking Brock versus Roman, I refuse to watch that again.
Oh, I
Like,
haven't watched any of them back.
I would not
I
be
watched his
reminded
first
of how
match
horrible
with
that
Brock.
was.
That second one, I was so annoyed too because low key Roman was hyping it up like it's gonna be physical, it's gonna be this, and it was literally a rehash of what we had already.
Yeah,
And I was so tired of it. As soon as he started,
and it was a lazy rehash because Brock's lazy ass didn't want to do nothing.
I was over. I didn't. I refused to rewatch it over.
I
that was
watched. I'm so much of a Roman stan that I watched the WrestleMania 31 match, and as soon as Seth Rollins' music played, I
I
turned
turned it
the
off.
match off. I cannot watch the fucking cash in.
I turned it off too because I was
I
like,
can't.
it was the perfect time for Roman and Seth to feud while Brock wasn't there. Like he could have still, and I thought too because when Roman was doing his doing his promo on Brock when Brock wasn't there, and then Seth came out and you saw him say under his breath, because if it wasn't for that guy, basically saying I would have beat him already.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for him.
he said it this year. He did
I
say that.
said, I was like, that should have been like a sideways feud between him and Seth. Because we're like, yo, we cool and everything. I got your back no matter what. But I'm still pissed off at you for what you did at WrestleMania 31. Because not only did you do it to me, but it was in front of my freaking family.
On
Almost
the
won that
grandest
freaking match.
stage of them all.
Almost
In the
won that
middle
freaking match.
of the fucking match. He interrupted a match. Cash-ins don't usually interrupt an ongoing match.
that was what made it epic. I don't understand this. that
Like,
was
people were like, can he even do that?
that was
People
so
were like, can
my
he even do
favorite
that?
cash in. That's my favorite cash in. Period. And
And
I
I was
love
like,
Roman, but that was that was the best.
I don't
I
I
was
don't like
lost
the
my
concept.
mind.
I don't like the concept of the cash in period.
and I
I
was
What?
like,
don't.
That's so much fun.
I was like, yo, I was like, that
I'm
could
a
have been
big believer
perfect.
in it that briefcase has done more harm to people than good. I'm a
Braun
big
Strowman should
believer
have
in
won the
that.
briefcase.
Braun
That could have
Strowman
been somebody else.
did not have won the briefcase. That was up.
Overall, I think the briefcase has harmed more wrestlers who get cashed in on. Like it was fun for a little bit. It was fun as like when Edge was doing it and shit. But
Yeah.
then once it gets so watered down, the people just popping for a surprise title change. And you don't think about the ramifications because what the fuck happened after Seth cashed in? A big old pile of nothing. And they still never resolved that.
Yeah, the authority just stopped messing with him, and then that was that. And
So
he
like
got mad at them and went psychopath.
it's ploys. I don't like it. I I really wish they would get rid of Money in the Bank, or they should make it like if you win it, you get a title shot at SummerSlam.
I mean, I don't know. I like the unpredictability of when will they cash in, especially when it takes a long time. I think the problem has been. I think the problem has been they've given the briefcase to. Much like this year, they fumbled the bag, giving it to Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman. That was like trash decisions,
and they fumbled
there was no excitement that, especially because like when Kofi was climbing the ladder, the crowd was ready for a Kofi Money in the Bank cat. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this is one of those things where they had those opportunities and they kind of go safe with it. They've been going a lot more safe with these opportunities lately, and it's kind of tired. So I can see that, but the concept of Money in the Bank and what it and how it can play out, I love. I just think they have been using very bad people lately.
We'll agree to disagree. I've hated it before it became Roman's arch nemesis. I hated it way before then.
I like it because it adds an air of unpredictability. Like, could you imagine going to work and someone just cash in and take your job in the middle of your shift? You'd be like,
somebody's gonna die. No, we're gonna fight to the death. There's no pinfalls. This is to the death. I need to
love it.
Okay. What are you? Okay. The worst feuds. Some feuds of 2018 that you were just like.
Everything involving Alexa Bliss was gut-wrenchingly boring.
Nakamura versus AJ Styles.
Boom, baby! Number one with a bullet.
I didn't like that, and everything with Randy Orton all year. I didn't want to see his face ever.
You know what? Just so I could crack jokes about him on Twitter, I appreciated him being like letting his inner sexual predator. I always knew it. He letting it come out more and more. I always knew he was one of them. But
Randy Orton,
him assaulting people on camera this year, just so I could crack jokes about it.
Oh
I appreciated that. Let me think.
Alexa versus Bailey.
Was that this year?
That was it? This year? I think that was last
this year.
I think that was last year.
It probably was. Hell,
I think this year's Alexa Bliss was against Ronda. Like Alexa Bliss and Ronda was the worst one.
She feuded with Nia this year. Nia
and Alexa Bliss right after WrestleMania.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss feuded with Nia
and Ronda.
And she had the little thing with Trish and Lita that y'all hyped the fuck up, but I was like, what? I could.
I mean, that whole match fell apart because she got.
I could do without any of this. Listen, I could have did without Trish. To be honest, like if that's what they were going, they should have had her in a one-on-one match. And it don't make no sense. It's Women Evolution. You got Mickie James on the roster. It should have never. They should have never tried to put Alexa Bliss in that match. The only reason people want to see that match is because she kind of looked like her. She is nothing like Trish Stratus. Nothing. Nothing.
That's my thing.
They kind of favor. They could be cousins.
I don't know, because Trish been looking scary lately. But you know, I think Alexa Bliss, again with her this year, I feel like she has not elevated a single feud. And I feel like Becky hit the nail on the head when she pointed that out. Like, how many times has Alexa had the title? How many times has Charlotte had the title? And they never elevated the division. Everyone got on their air game.
Hold on now. Let's pause a minute.
Oh, okay.
Charlotte has elevated stuff. No, we got to stop that. Her takeover match with Natalya. That's when everybody started losing their shit. Like, oh shit, it's really happening. Her Hell in a Cell matches, all her whole feud with Sasha raised the game. Now, Sasha is one of the great, dare I say, the GOAT.
She is the GOAT.
But Charlotte wasn't just happened to be there bumbling around. She fully participated. Yes. So when she said that about Charlotte, these were lies. About Charlotte.
I disagree.
Charlotte didn't need the title 7 times, but Charlotte did elevate the game when she got the ball. She did that. That was a lie. Charlotte elevated the
I will
in-ring
say this.
game more than Becky had.
Charlotte was not trash,
Oh,
but I feel like oh, not us. All right, so I don't think that Charlotte was bad. I think Becky got everyone talking. I feel like something about Becky's attitude change got everyone being like, I need to be a little more selfish, and I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I like that everyone's getting a little selfish right now and being like, nah, I'm gonna worry about my career. I'm tired of y'all. But I do feel like, I mean, Alexa, just, I've never seen a feud. I've not seen anyone walk out the better for a feud. I feel like the only person, I feel like Charlotte's now getting to the point where when she goes full out, people have to work hard to keep up with her or to, like, not look like a chump after they're done with Charlotte. I think that's one of the part of the problems, that Charlotte can be so, like, such a force when she's, like, on, that people look kind of inconsequential when they're done. But I think Becky, I mean, I feel like Alexa Bliss, I have not seen anyone walk away from her from like a feud with Alexa Bliss being better. And as for her and Evolution, that was, I liked what they tried to do, and then it lost its footing between the injuries and all that stuff. And, like, it just never made sense to me that Alexa Bliss was trying to tell Trish that she was old, like Trish didn't feud with Mickie James for a portion of her career in an iconic feud, and Mickie was her partner. Like, it's just mind-boggling and baffling to me that they keep trying to treat Mickie James like she is a current girl who just got here, like she is not a freaking legend. That doesn't make sense. That's one of the things I
I
just
wanted to see the rematch between Mickie and they teased it in the Rumble.
Yes.
So I don't know. Why they don't think WWE seem to think like we only respect the women who from NXT forward, and that's not true.
It's not. I don't feel like Mickey's getting her due at all.
No, she's not. And she never has, like it should have been Mickie versus Trish, and it would have been no injuries. They could have practiced forever and ever. They could have found their old chemistry. They could have played old clips and made us remember that feud. But no, we have to stick Lita in here, who God bless her. But she wasn't never that good to begin with. Her thing about her was she was an amazing character and she did crazy shit. This one, yeah, that whole ever, like, you right. All of Alexa Bliss's feuds have been trash. I can't.
Even with Ronda, and Ronda has not really missed as a wrestler all year. She has not missed. But even her feud with Alexa was bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Shinsuke versus AJ was mine.
I agree, and you know why? Because they're both boring. Like, neither one was like doing anything on either side. And it went on for so long.
Way too long. It was all nut shots. That was like all their feud was. I don't remember a single match between the two. I just remember they kept.
They really didn't have a reason.
They
really didn't have a reason to go after each other. Honestly,
it was just an internet fanboy dream match because they
basically
knew. And this is the reason why their favorite teams keep flopping, because that was all built off of the fact that they knew each other in Japan, and that means nothing to me as a viewer. I don't care. I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna watch New Japan. I'm sorry. I don't have the time. So to me, this is exactly one of those scenarios where there's like a subset of people who were like so hyped about it because of just the fact that they knew each other in Japan and like fought in Japan, and now they made them have this whole feud. They talked so much about it, and that feud was based off of nothing. Yeah, it was just a waste of time.
Yeah,
and those same people were complaining that they hated the feud.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I say that one of my worst wrestlers of the year was Dean Ambrose?
Your opinion.
I mean, I love Dean Ambrose.
No,
Ambrose. What?
Ambrose fans are crazy now. They crazy.
You said your award for who? What now?
One of my worst wrestlers of the year was Dean Ambrose. I'm gonna just be honest.
Okay, I agree.
Worst match of the year? Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins.
Girl, I don't know what the hell.
God.
What had happened?
People was, they messed up the freaking field. I knew
they messed it up. They messed it up. What was that?
They had a layup. They had a layup and they missed it.
Oh my God.
A clear layup.
And the match, like, oh, I don't remember when Seth got it. This is more. I said, yes, y'all do. Selective memory y'all use when it comes to these. When it
This
comes
is
to
boring.
wrestlers like
Somebody
Seth.
came with the receipt too. I saw a tweet. It had like a list of when he got this is boring, beach balls, all kinds
Oh,
of mess.
people were calling out like, oh, we ain't gonna play these games with Seth. No, we ain't. If we gonna expect the same, if we gonna expect elite, matches of talent from a top guy, like people always gave Roman crap for no reason whatsoever. Even though he was a top guy, even though he always delivered, they would find something to nitpick at. We're gonna do the same with Seth Rollins.
Oh, 100%.
We're gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the same with him. I don't care if I like him or not. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't.
I
That's
agree.
just my
I give
relationship with
him
him.
so much shit because I like him, and I need him to do better.
Cause
And
it's
I need
like,
him to stop caring about the crowd and go out there and perform.
yeah, that's
That's
Yeah.
very
what I need
annoying.
him to do.
That's very
He
annoying.
really didn't tweet about the crowd lately, so
He
maybe he
can't.
is learning from Roman.
I
He
think he
can't.
had to because he had to. He has to eat that. The crowd don't ever chant "This is boring" at Roman. It's very rare. I think he got some in the beginning of his run.
You
Like,
know what? When it happened, it be because the heel be putting him in a headlock.
the
Yeah.
whole
But when
time.
then Roman stand up and start wrestling, it match Roman matches are only boring when it's like Kevin Owens or Samoa Joe and they putting him in a headlock and making him sell for most of the damn match.
Yes.
When he get up, the crowd liven up, either they cheering or booing or whatever. They doing all his fucking calls for all his
Yeah.
moves. They count the 1, 2, 3 with so
They
yeah,
tried to
I
do
agree.
it. They tried to do it when he faced Bobby Lashley at Extreme Rules. That didn't last long because it actually turned out to be the best match of the night.
Because Bobby Lashley is not a bad wrestler.
He's not.
He
He just
he
has
got
a
a
boring
weird
personality.
personality, and if he find his
I think
groove, it'll work.
I have not watched whatever he did in TNA because I heard there was like some amazing heel run in
He was
TNA.
good. He was decent. He
I
was
need to see
good
what that was. But I will say with Bobby Lashley, I think he's having a very similar problem that it was for I think with Roman initially, where personality wise, I think we expect a certain thing from people of color. Personality wise, we expect them to be more rambunctious and outspoken. And so when we don't get those kind of overtly charismatic people who are like have a more of a quiet charisma, it tends to be like saying Apollo Crews is struggling with it as well. They're not like these loud, insane, crazy people with like, oh my god, hi, I'm this. Like they're not New Day. You know what I mean?
That comes
So
from
I think
people.
that's part of the reason as to why he's having trouble connecting because people when they see a large black man like that,
because
they want him to be this rambunctious.
yeah,
Everybody is
no,
not.
not
Every
us. I don't think
wrestler.
it's us as the audience. I
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
the people that's putting him out there. I think if Bobby Lashley showed his, because he do some good stuff. I saw it in TNA. If they let him show that, people will probably he'll be a heel because he was a heel then. But it's like the stuff
Everyone,
they doing.
everyone is charismatic in a different way.
Yeah,
Talking loud, because I seen wrestling fans who obviously don't know what charisma is. They confuse charisma with being able to talk on the mic. That's
Yes.
not what that is.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Because Dean Ambrose is charismatic as heck. And he just, the matches don't do it for me. But every time he starts to talk, I still want to listen and hear what he has to say. He has
Because
that
I said
charisma.
charisma is basically getting people. You could be doing nothing and have people just react to you. You have a certain presence.
yes.
Roman has charisma. He
Physical.
had it. He had it before he got called up to the main roster.
It's his physical charisma.
I want y'all
It's
to be
off the
fair.
chain.
Who else do you think has charisma? Because we know Roman's perfect.
Well, he
But
got
who else? I want to know who else. Because
charisma.
I will say this: physical charisma. I think Drew McIntyre has that. When I see him in person, I'm always just like, I remember all those years ago. I remember that when the first time my dad and I went to go see a SmackDown, I think together, and Drew McIntyre came out. This is when he was still like he was trying to wrestle to keep his job. Like if you remember, like towards the end, he had to like not lose his job, and he was wrestling. I remember my dad and I stopped and looked at each other like, oh my gosh, he just is magnetizing. So I think he was someone who has a really great charisma. I just don't know what's falling flat. Like I
His
don't look at him like
personality is like a freaking chalkboard. It's
He's boring. He's boring.
Actually, I have
boring.
I will say this with Drew McIntyre. Here's my issue. I think Drew McIntyre is talking based
like a
off
robot.
No, I think it's that he's talking like when he was trying to do that whole I prove to all of you in the back that I'm, that I'm the new standard and this and third. I feel like this is a situation where Roman didn't say that till like 3-4 years into his run.
3-4 years.
And I feel like these guys are doing something for 6 months and they are like, oh yeah, no, I got this all together. Echo, cancel. The FBI is listening to me, y'all. My Echo
Roman,
just like
Roman didn't start bragging. Roman didn't start bragging about himself till after his third,
yeah, for his fourth WrestleMania, yeah,
third main event of WrestleMania, fourth maybe.
Yeah,
that was what, last year?
No, he really started bragging when he was facing the Undertaker. We started doing that with all due respect stuff.
Yes,
I wish
he would have kept doing that because he'll say with all due respect and then
disrespect the whole time.
And because I remember Shawn Michaels came out there to talk to him, he was like, with all due respect,
Undertaker retired.
He beat you, and I was like, oh.
He got booed so
He said twice and retired you. I was like, damn, Roman, you ain't got it.
I would say Sasha Banks has physical charisma too.
He does. After ass, it's
you can't help
it. To pay. I was gonna with my charisma, the Usos.
Yeah, the Usos.
Oh yes.
After ass, and Jimmy is more charismatic than Jay.
Yes. He is. That's true.
Of course, Naomi.
I love Naomi.
She's such a gem.
She oozes charisma too. I'm noticing a pattern here with these people I'm talking about.
I wonder about that. Interesting. Wow.
What could it be? But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
That's all I got. Shoot, that's them.
I feel
Okay. So we kind of touched on it a little bit. Who the MVP of the year is? Not necessarily your favorite wrestler, but somebody you think really stepped their game up. Really been like they've got a push and they grab that motherfucker and they riding until the wheels fall off. And I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm gonna have to say Becky Lynch is the MVP of the year.
Woo!
That's my opinion. I'm sorry.
Lyncher. I love that was a name. Somebody called our fans lynchers.
No, I can't do that. I'm not gonna abide by that fan name.
Me neither. I was like, no, please take that back.
Yeah, Becky stands in this.
I like Becky stands.
Y'all still get on my damn nerves.
I love you too, Tyler. I'm just giving my honest opinion of what I felt like.
She set the industry on fire. Love her or hate her, she set the industry on fire.
She.
Like I said, I ain't hating on Becky. Dang, her damn tweets get on my nerves.
The man.
Get on my nerves, but I ain't do what you do.
Okay, so who would you say your MVP of the year is?
I really don't have one. I forgot so much stuff this year after Roman announced his freaking announcement. I've been trying to watch everything.
You're absolutely right on that.
I just have not cared. Like it's like I'm like I ain't missing nothing. I'll watch it next week. Then it gets next week. I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like watching it, so I'll watch next week.
Fair. No, I feel you. I mean, I've already touched on Charlotte stepping up. I agree so wholeheartedly with Becky stepping up. I think for the men, who I would say Leo Rush has been an MVP. He has stepped up. He got an opportunity. He's been knocking it out of the park. If him and Bobby Lashley fail, it is not because of Leo Rush.
Okay, I will say. I'm gonna go in
it probably be Seth Rollins for the men. If I had to choose, it'd be Seth Rollins. Cause I mean, who else has been featured the most? Granted, people have been injured, but even if they were injured, Seth Rollins would still probably be featured more.
Yeah, that wasn't going to affect his spot.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
he right where he's supposed to be, really.
Yep.
And I will say I'm biased with Leo because I was there in Dallas when he came out for the first time, and like I had only heard about him at that point and heard about how good he was. And when he started to flipping all over everybody and leapfrogging over, I lost it. I thought he was just so cool and like just like he's a Spider-Man. I don't care what anybody says, he's Spider-Man. And I mean, for him being 23 years old, I mean, I'm just really proud of what he has been able to do, especially considering how they were trying to have him fired for his tweets about Emma, even though it was just a poorly timed joke. I really I think he's doing a great job with the opportunity he's given. Elias as well.
Yeah, Elias been pretty good.
Walk with Elias.
Oh, my baby, Elias. Yes.
What does WWE stand for? The first time he said that I was sold. I was like, yes.
Listen, when I saw him in NXT and everybody used to hate on him and it was like he's garbage, he's trash. I'd always be quiet because they gave him short matches and Triple H did not let this motherfucker talk the way he talking now. But I always liked him because he reminded me of Randy Savage so goddamn much, and that's my favorite wrestler. Yeah. So when he came up to the main roster, I saw him live. And when I tell you I fell in love, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna be walking with Elias from here on out.
Yeah,
and that's that.
Because I thought the whole drifter gimmick was cute. You know, like I was like, oh, I like it. He just like wanders and plays the guitar. But I mean, I just feel like he had a banger of a match with Roman, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's hanging.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he's not just
was so good.
Yeah, I just really like what I saw from him. So he was someone who has really like kept going and managed to keep up his momentum this year, you know. And even with this kind of hot mess of a feud with Bobby Lashley, which again I don't think is Leo Rush's fault. I think it's really on Bobby. I'm sorry.
Wait, that's true. Okay, we've done our MVPs. Now we can talk about the Fuckamus of the year.
Whew. I'm gonna call it a muckamoo because you know my parents are in another room. Come back to me. Keep going. I'll go.
Well, I'm just gonna I'm gonna call WWE out.
The whole company?
The whole company. The whole mess with Saudi Arabia. The whole mess with the women's battle royal at WrestleMania. Oh yeah, that happened this year. This been a long year. Remember they were gonna name the battle royal the Mae Young battle royal.
Oh yeah.
Got on Snickers like, do you know what you're endorsing? So it's not been the best year for them. I'm gonna need Stephanie to get on her PR shit a whole lot better in 2019. A whole lot better.
I think you have a strong point. I will say I think differently about Saudi Arabia only because I basically saw a point made to the effect of that will be like a company saying they're not going to come to the U.S. because of like the Trump administration and the human rights violations. Like we as people,
that's a whole different.
Well, no, I get it, but also I think at a certain point, like a lot of times, like a lot of these crowds, like the citizens of the country don't necessarily agree with their government, and we as citizens of our country don't necessarily agree with our government.
But they govern. Come on now, their government and our government is like night and day.
We are killing children right now in camps. Like kids are getting numbered. Okay, we are not doing very well in terms of human rights.
No, we aren't. But we're able to sit here and talk about it because in Saudi Arabia, if we were, they cut our heads off.
Valid.
I'm
saying. I have a point. You are right. Actually, I have nothing else to say to that. Moving on.
Are you still with us, baby? You done fell asleep?
No.
Okay.
We'll wrap it up. We got to.
I guess WWE will be my
Yikes.
word of the freaking, because they did do some like bringing Hogan back.
Bringing Hogan back.
That was
Talking about Roman's cancer for a storyline. Like,
my
they did some
God.
This
business
was
shit.
dry storyline. At least if you're gonna bring up cancer, you need to be swinging. When I see you, it's
Right,
on
it needs to
site.
be
You need
lit.
to be Kim Possible and Shigo. You know what I'm saying? On site every time. You need to be Powerpuff Girls and Mojo JoJo. I need to see it on site. You can't be coming here and doing a respectful lockup.
I'm
We're
telling
above
you. I'm telling you.
What?
If Roman makes it back, and they have Roman act like nothing never happened, like nothing was said by Dean, I'm gonna be so upset.
They have to,
gonna be
like,
so
Roman
mad.
has to address, they got to be like he has to address, there's no way he can't address it.
Cause ain't
No
no way.
way.
If I'm gone and I heard my friend say something like that behind my back and I'm not there, best believe when I get better, I'm coming looking for you.
And what's so
only.
killing is, like, I was watching Roman in the beginning of the year and watching his promos. And when Dean went there, all Roman did was hold up for this motherfucker. He almost lost his championship holding up for him.
Yeah.
So, like, this is, I feel, but yeah. So we're unanimous on the Fuckamus of the year.
Yes.
Okay, Steve.
But also a side one to Randy Orton just because I don't like him and he looks like
he can always be Fuckamus. He's the Fuckamus of the decade, actually. So
he looks like
we are covered. I'm gonna go to the WWE roster to play this game.
Oh, right.
Before we play the game, we have to talk about the year that was for our emperor, and he's currently out taking care of leukemia. But overall, how would you rate his year before his announcement? Honest opinion.
I think he was doing a solid 8.
Yeah.
He didn't get a chance to get going.
If you think about it, like, consider like the losses that he was taking, nobody probably would have survived that, but he did. Still was able to put on entertaining matches, had entertaining matches with the IC title.
He was running multiple feuds at a time. Remember at one point he was feuding with the Revival. He was feuding with Bobby Lashley, and he was feuding with Brock Lesnar. It was a lot.
He was able to hype up a promo by himself, hype up a feud by himself without Brock being there. Like, I say he did his thing.
He did. It was a solid 8.
And it was more things to come. If obviously more things were getting ready to happen after the Shield, if he didn't get sick. Like they were really gonna do Rock versus Roman.
Oof, that hurts. I didn't think I wanted to see that 3 years ago, but right now I would have loved to seen it.
I wanted to see it. I have a feeling the promos were gonna be off the charts. Like, ain't no telling how.
I feel like them promos.
Like, I knew they was gonna make the feud like personal some way. I just know it was.
I don't know how I feel about it. This is the same reason why I don't like, Beyonce and Jay-Z's joint album. I feel like at this point they got so personal that their next album is just gonna be a recording of them like arguing. Like, I don't want to know your business. So I don't know.
The thing is, we don't know what it would have been about, but that's like the excitement part for me.
Yeah.
That's what, ain't no telling what it would have been about. And then, I just, and his like his feud with Bobby Lashley, like,
was really good.
That was more like a straight up like Roman just being like, who the hell is you? Like, I run this. What you doing coming up in here thinking that, like Roman was in that phase, like he was just wanting to fight everybody.
And I love it because Bobby Lashley, after Roman told him check his resume, Bobby Lashley looked so salty. He just sat there looking at him all salty. I was like, you gotta be salty, bro. You can't be. That's what I think Becky Lynch does when people get up in her face. I feel like she gets salty and just kind of stands there because people aren't like when Charlotte was like, shut your mouth. I'm like, Becky, you gonna fold like this, bro? Like, you just gonna fold? Like, That's my thing. So I think Roman, I think he was doing a solid 8. Like he was already doing really well, but I feel like for obvious reasons, I feel like the Shield was stalling for him personally. Like it wasn't I didn't really care for the Shield reunion this time around. Like it was, I don't know. I just didn't care for it. It was okay. I was hyped like everyone else.
We pretty much called what it was going to be, and it turned out that his heavyweight championship reign was about them more than anything.
Yeah.
Which freaking sucked, but whatever.
Yeah, I think Roman was doing a solid 8. He didn't get a chance to really hit on all cylinders. I would have liked to have seen what his title reign would have been, but it's fine. We'll wait till him to come back and he'll try again.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want him to get a title reign half as long as some of these white people. I'm just tired of
it. Shoot.
I just in my head I was hoping he was gonna stay champion until WrestleMania, but I can't even trust that. But yeah, I agree with you guys. It just seemed like it was a lot of stalling period this year. They stalled giving him the title for reasons who could even like there's no more perfect chance than WrestleMania 34. I don't know why they had to wait till SummerSlam. Brock did that Hulk Hogan I'm gonna kick out right after the 3 bullshit with that too. So Brock needs to retire before Roman come back. Fuck him and fuck everybody.
I don't want no other matches with them. I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm good on any Brock matches. Period. You understand me? Any of them. I don't need to see him no more. We good.
I'm good. Love, enjoy.
Take that belt and go home. Okay. So the game is push, promote. What is push and promote are the same thing. I'm trying to see.
Push, bury, and fire?
Push, bury, and fire. Yes! Okay, we're going to start with the champions of the respective brands.
Oh, no.
Are you going to push, bury, or fire? And the choices are Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan, and Tommaso Ciampa.
I'm going to fire Brock Lesnar.
Did y'all say that at the same time?
Yes, we definitely did. We were like, no, Brock Lesnar gotta get fired.
I will bury Daniel Bryan.
What? I'm opposite.
Well, actually, no.
I'm opposite.
Can you choose somebody else?
No, this is the game. Suffer.
Put
This
Becky
is
Lynch in there.
I'm doing. Come on now. I'm getting to
it. Okay, fire Brock, Barry. Man, hell no. Barry Daniel Bryan and push Ciampa, whatever his name is.
He got one of them names, baby. He got one of them now.
And what you
this is the Ghetto Black Show.
What you call
it? That is me too.
You gonna push teriyaki?
Oh my god!
What you call it?
Why does it have me?
It's Tommaso Ciampa.
I'm gonna
whatever.
Reverse it for me. I'm gonna reverse Tommaso and
the dude with the beard.
Push Daniel Bryan.
Okay, I agree. So we're gonna do the women's champion.
Here we go.
Asuka, Shayna Baszler, and Ronda. Push, bury, or fire.
Oh man.
Fire Baszler. Bury Ronda. Who else you had?
Asuka.
Oh, push Asuka.
All right.
Why you put Becky in there?
Because she's not champion.
I'm doing the champions first.
Okay, I will fire. It's Asuka. Okay, I'm gonna push. Oh no, I don't like this. I'm gonna push Shayna. Bury Asuka and fire Ronda.
I am going to push Asuka. I'm gonna bury Shayna and fire Ronda. Sorry, Curse got to go, baby.
The minute she talk about her value is in her not losing, I no longer care about any match that she has because she took that joy away from me.
Okay, we're gonna do the second tier guys and then the second tier women. Push, bury, or fire. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre.
Fire Drew McIntyre. Bury Dean Ambrose. And push Seth Rollins.
That's mine too.
I will I'll bury Drew McIntyre and fire Dean Ambrose.
Okay. Girl, you look how you doing, Dean. You ain't gonna keep him on the roster.
I do like him, but I feel like Drew is trying. I feel like Dean is just like there. I need him to get it together. I need him to.
That's fair. That is fair. Okay, going with the women. Push, bury, or fire. We going 4 horsewomen edition. Charlotte, Becky, Sasha. Go.
I'm gonna push Sasha. Oh. No, I don't like this. I feel like I'm in a game of Saw. I'm in Jigsaw's like little thing right now. Like, do you want to play a game? No, I don't. All right, I'm gonna push Sasha. I'm gonna bury Charlotte and fire Becky. Oh my God, no!
Tyler, did you hear her?
Huh?
Did you hear her?
What was the 3?
I'm gonna push Sasha, bury Charlotte, and fire Becky. If I'm forced to make the 3, Becky will find her way back in the WWE because she wasn't born a champion. She made herself a champion. Okay, Becky will be fine. And Charlotte will also be fine.
Yeah, that's why I bury Charlotte because she's fine.
Becky says, you hear that? She still want her fired.
I do not want her fired.
Well, if she had to choose.
She did it for me because I don't like y'all. Anyway.
No.
Okay, let's do the tag team.
Oh, Tyler, did you do yours?
Oh yeah, I figured she would. Go ahead.
I will push Sasha, bury Ronda, and fire Becky.
You just
3 times. I was just playing.
Tired of you.
Now the tag teams to choose from are New Day, the Usos, and the Bar.
Push the Usos, bury New Day, fire the Bar. I'm sick of them.
I'll push the Usos.
Wow, she gonna fire New Day. Watch.
bury the Bar.
Yep.
And fire New Day.
Oh,
I was gonna fire.
I'm gonna rehire Kofi though. Kofi gonna get rehired.
I was gonna fire the New Day.
I fired him as a group.
I would have fired the New Day. I'll be honest with you. I would have fired the New Day because they're stale. They're stale and they're complacent. They're over here talking about something. We didn't want to be champions together forever. I don't care. You're complacent.
Thank you. Let's go women tag team. The Iconics.
Fire.
I didn't even finish yet. The Iconics, the Bella Twins, and the Riot Squad.
Bury the Riot Squad. Push the Bella Twins. That's my 3.
I will push the Riot Squad, bury the Bella Twins, and fire the Iconics.
It's so hard.
No. I'm gonna bury the Iconics and fire the Bella Twins.
Boo!
Don't boo me. The Bella Twins will be fine.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Boo.
I would push the right
Was that my
squad.
heel turn? Was that my heel turn on the podcast?
Boo.
I'd
Was it
push the
fire
right
going?
squad. I would bury the Bellis twins because they can take it. And bye, Iconics. Bye. Bye.
The Bella Twins will be fine. The Iconics has something to do. They got something to prove here. Sorry, my cat wants to leave the room.
That's fine. Okay, let's do all black wrestlers. Let's see here.
All black wrestlers? Oh no.
Yeah. Yes. Apollo Crews, R-Truth, and Titus O'Neil.
Fire Titus. No, actually, I take it back. Fire Apollo, bury Titus, push R-Truth.
Okay. I'm gonna bury. It's Apollo, Titus, and R-Truth.
Yep.
I'm gonna push Titus, bury Apollo, and fire R-Truth.
Oh.
Boo.
R-Truth is old. R-Truth is old.
R-Truth.
He's old. He's like 50.
You need veterans like him around.
He's more entertaining than Apollo
And he's
Crews.
just a jobber. Yeah. Okay.
Go. He's old.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you're not gonna like my list then, because I'm going to push R-Truth. I'm gonna bury Titus O'Neil and fire Apollo Crews.
Basically the same as me.
Bye, Apollo. You had enough time. Let's do
Apollo would be excellent enhancement talent.
Boo.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm running a business.
The part-timers edition of push, bury, and fire. The Undertaker.
Fire.
You even
She's not giving us a chance.
Triple H.
Fire.
She handing out pieces left and right. And Chris Jericho.
Hired.
They just need to put Tonya in HR. I mean, they need to put Tyler in HR so she could just.
I know.
She said just spring cleaning every week.
We're not pushing none of them.
Okay, I'm a fire.
Wait, so it's Triple H, Undertaker, and who?
Chris Jericho. Because he can come back at any moment.
I'm a fire Taker because he old. He done. I'm sorry. He old.
Look, same. Taker's getting fired.
Bury Triple H with his own golden shovel.
Yes.
And Chris Jericho.
Same.
But if I could fire both, I would fire Triple H and Taker.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm agreeing. Undertaker needs to go. My mom just made me fresh bread, you guys. I'm gonna get so chunky. Close the door. Is Genevieve back in here?
Oh my god, that was the most funniest thing I've ever seen. Remind me of that gift. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna do it.
Wait, what happened? Was it me? Was it me getting bread?
You know that gif of that big lady eating that chicken and she doing the shit?
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god.
Yo, I was like, let me not say that. That's so mean.
Oh my god.
No, girl, my mom made me fresh bread. I don't care what y'all say. I'll get a diet when I move home.
I
get back to the crib and start walking. I'll be fine. Texas made me fat, bro. Texas made me fat.
Okay, so we did black wrestlers, black female wrestlers.
Okay.
We have Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Ember Moon.
Oh my god! Can you pick another three?
Okay.
Not on Suplexes and Shea Butter.
You want to push out
Suplexes and Shea Butter?
Mix that.
They gonna push all three of them. Fuck the roof.
Push all three of them. What the world, girl? What? How dare you? No.
All right, Oscar. Wait, no. Sorry, Naomi, Ember Moon, and Bianca. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna do it. If I had to make business decisions, I am going to.
You better get it right.
The threat is so real. I'm gonna push Naomi.
Yep, thank you. I've been saying.
I'm gonna bury Bianca and I'm gonna fire Emma. And I'm only firing Emma because she got married and she was ashy, and I don't understand how she don't have.
Are you serious?
I love her. No, how do you get married with the what? Them elbows was white, and I'm not okay.
You know what? I was gonna reverse mine, but you talked me into it. We can fire her. You talked me into it. Oh
Listen, them elbows was dry. I was upset. I was like, what's up? I was like, what is this? Nobody loved you to put some lotion on your back? No. I will not have. I said I will not have it, Tor.
Okay, let's do another one of those, but with a southern accent. That version. Now I'm gonna reuse Daniel Bryan. Push, bury, or fire. AJ Styles,
Fired.
Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura.
I thought you were gonna put Adam Cole, baby, in there.
Yeah, put Adam Cole in there. Put him in there.
I'm firing. I'm pushing Daniel Bryan. I'm burying Adam Cole, and I'm firing AJ. No, reverse it. I'll bury AJ and fire Adam Cole.
I am pushing Daniel Bryan.
These names.
Yes, burying Shinsuke Naka Jackson and firing Matilda.
I forgot you called her Matilda.
Yeah, I surely did.
Okay. You did yours with Adam Cole. I'm gonna do mine with Shinsuke. I'm gonna push Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna bury AJ Styles. I'm gonna fire Shinsuke Nakamura. Go back to Japan. You were way overhyped, baby. Or he got over here and he was just like, you know what? I ain't even gotta work hard no more. Ain't that
AJ?
Nakamura.
Oh, Nakamura. Okay.
Look at John Cena with his hair. Oh my god.
He looks like an old man.
And Vince face look like a prune. He's just old. Maybe not.
Vince tries.
Just that guy. Oh.
Would you push, bury, or fire Carmella, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox?
Fire them all.
Wow. Carmella, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox. I'm pushing them three. Alicia Fox. I'm gonna Carmella, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox.
Yep.
I will push Carmella, bury Alicia Fox, fire Dana. That's mine.
I will push Alicia Fox, bury Carmella, and fire Dana Brooke.
I'm gonna push Dana Brooke. Really? Shit, everybody else had at least some kind of chance to show something. This girl, she just gets stuck in catering every week. She don't ever get a chance.
All she wants to do is hold a little cartwheel to the ring. She's not trying to ask for much.
Okay. I will bury Carmella and I will fire Alicia Fox.
What?
I love you. We've seen it all. She just showed us all she got. We've seen it.
I feel like we just never really I feel like because every time she does do it, she doesn't get enough.
Okay, let's do another thing to women. What about Bailey, Nia Jax, and Alexa Bliss?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna fire Bailey.
What?
I'm so serious. I'm firing Bailey instantly. I'm tired of her.
Ooh.
I will push Nia and bury Alexa. I'm firing Bailey. Bailey gotta go.
Wow.
That candlestick match and all the foolishness she's done, I'm tired. You can go. If you don't want to come here and you don't want to hurt people in wrestling, then you don't need to be a wrestler. Goodbye.
I'm gonna say that. Damn, you took that shit.
She can leave.
You ain't gonna let that go in. What about you, Tyler?
Stupid. Like, I'm not gonna let you get the chance. Dude.
Oh my god.
can't stand her.
I didn't know it was like that. I'm sorry. Oh, baby. Poor baby.
Tired. See, to me, it was when that first time she got that promo and she froze up in front of everybody. I was like, so I want to be a wrestler. I said, this is Bailey. This is what y'all been talking about. This is y'all queen. This your queen.
This your queen.
Is this your queen? Tell me, is this your queen? Okay.
Tyler.
Man, that's gonna see you be out. I hope before I get mine out, you be shitting on. Cause I would push Bailey.
Oh no!
I would bury Alexa and fire Nia. I'm sorry.
I will push Bailey.
Oh, terrible.
No, actually, no. I will push Nia, bury Bailey, and fire Alexa.
I'm okay with that.
We got some good matches up in here. Let's do the McMahons. Vince, Stephanie, and Shane.
Fired.
All of them.
Tyler just has no mercy. I'm really making choices. Tyler has no mercy.
Tyler done fired more people on this show than WWE has in 5 years, goddamn.
I'll push Stephanie. No, actually, no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this is hard.
No.
I thought it would be. Hold on a minute. I will push Stephanie. Barry. Oh snap!
You don't want nobody. You don't want. That's the problem because you don't want none of them.
I'm having a hard time picking between Shane and Vince on who I should fire.
Now here's why I differ. I push Vince, and I would fire.
I would push Stephanie. I would bury Vince, and I would fire Shane.
I'll push Vince, bury Stephanie, and fire Shane.
Well, see, we all firing Shane because I don't think he got no type of ideas, and I would bury Vince because I mean it's Vince, and I would push Stephanie because I think she's the best one.
Yeah, you can't fire the creator.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. We ain't firing Vince. You just keep him backstage in the closet somewhere and preoccupy him. Every once in a while, poke your head and hey, you got any ideas, old man?
Yeah.
Let's hear them.
Yeah.
All right. I hope, like, apparently, according to rumors, USA really wanted the McMahons on TV to bring the ratings up, and that's why we got that bullshit promo. We're gonna let the fans decide, but no, USA decided.
I'm tired. No, you didn't.
They did. USA was like, "Look,
kayfabe is still
bring ratings up. You gonna do something? We want all hands on deck." That means Vince old ass probably gonna be on TV every week now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I hope the year is got some good stuff coming for us. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do with Mustafa Ali.
I love him. So adorable.
He is adorable, and he is the reason why I don't completely pause when they say Blue Lives Matter, because he used to be a cop.
Yeah.
And he seems like a decent fucking human being.
But I feel like he would even say Blue Lives Matter, because I think he is smart enough to know that that's a choice and skin color is not a choice.
Thank you.
That's all it is. That's all I'm saying. If you feel concerned as a cop, you literally can go get another job.
Yeah.
I cannot not be black.
But he's like, fuck the police. Literally. But he cute. He cute. That's what I'm saying. His wife, he's got a beautiful family too, though.
Yes, he does.
And he's good at promos, so.
But we don't worry about his family right now. He cute.
Yeah.
I would say one of my muckamues this year, I would have to give to. I really have to give it to the Dirt Sheets, man. As a collective, they have been so trash on their reporting, especially lately when they're still trying to find ways to blame Roman.
They are uninformed.
I'm so tired.
Unoriginal. all they do is follow waves. Well, who is everybody else shitting on? And this, like the way they handled Nikki Bella facing Ronda at Evolution was trash.
Yes.
They decided, fuck all of this progress this woman has made. We we just gonna reduce her to who she was sleeping with and run with that. They always complain about wrestling's image when, like, you are supposed to be the so-called voices for wrestling, and the level of disdain you have for the number one wrestling company shows in your writing, in every fucking tweet, in every fucking thing you do. It's obvious. I've never seen journalists like root for a team to fail. Like collective journalists, like, oh, we fucking hate the Patriots, and we're just gonna do everything we can to take them down. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do with WWE. And it's weird because like they have so many people that just spit out the same bullshit. And when you put some shit out there and it's blatantly false, and you got wrestlers now being like, where did you hear this shit from?
Yes.
This is a lie. Seth Rollins did it one time when they said they banned the curb stomp. He was like, "This is where are you getting your information from?" They said Chris Hero was finna get released. He like, what
He
are
said
you
not at
talking
all.
about?
Yes.
So yeah, fucking dirt sheets. I got them all blocked. I try to keep them blocked as much as possible,
See,
man.
I can't find out about messy things happening with the wrestlers if I don't like. If I'm not like dirt sheets. How I find out like who tweeted who and who got into this, beef and all like I don't mind it per se in terms of just keeping up on what's happening. I think for me, speculative articles and the opinion pieces that really frustrate me because a lot of times they're not clear, they're not well thought out. It's a lot of just like we're seeing a prime example of it right now with New Japan coming to with them talking about New Japan needing a women's division, and Stardom and Shimmer is coming to Queens right now, and no one wants to cover it. And they're talking about traffic and coverage, but literally, you're trying to tell us that we need to put women in New Japan and their actual women's wrestling promotions from Japan, Joshi promotions that are like here that are doing things, and you don't want to promote them. And you're not even watching New Japan. Let's keep it a stack. You're not watching New Japan. So it doesn't matter to you if they put women or not. You're still not going to watch the show. So this is what I can't stand this the hive mind behind what's good wrestling and what's not good wrestling. It's just tiring.
It is, and it's toxic, and I just block them. That's what I do.
I don't pay them no attention. They don't matter.
But like, if some racist shit come across my timeline, or if somebody Photoshop, I understand. It's been 2 months. The morning time for me of hearing Roman's announcement, that's over with, and I've been blocking a lot of folks and letting folks make it. But from now on, especially in 2019, if you make fun of Roman, I'm gonna call your motherfucking ass out. If you say some coded racist shit, I'm gonna call your motherfucking ass out. I'm gonna do that. Cause this is like, oh, just block them. No, I feel better if I cuss you out, then block you. Y'all, have you seen the picture?
I have seen the picture. I don't even like it. I just block.
I want to go to their house and punch them in the face.
Like, what do you gain from that? And then people are liking it and retweeting. So it's like the fact that there's an audience for this is what's frustrating. The fact that there's an audience for it. That's what hurts the most.
We see these wrestlers do so much to themselves that we really do forget that human beings. And that shit is disgusting. We need to do a lot better.
Yes.
But we gonna stay ghetto black women though.
Ow.
And I can't believe this motherfucker said it's ghetto black woman versus a classy white woman. What the fuck is he talking about?
Classy about
Classy.
Like
because you wanna fuck her, she classy? Oh no, but I said okay, I'm not finna argue with him because when I put the point up, he was like, LOL, it's just a storyline, haha, trying to play it off. So I go on his page and he done wished a Merry Christmas to the fucking president. I was like, oh, he's one of those. Okay, now it makes sense.
They exhaust me.
That's why I can't do the when they go low, we go high. No,
No, I'm low. Petty.
We finna be going. How low can you go?
Well,
Can you
y'all,
down low? All the way to the floor.
this was fun, but a girl got to get up for work.
I know, girl.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all.
This was fun. When's the next time we're gonna see? The week before the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, which is like 2 months away. It feels like.
I need a break. They be having too much pay-per-views.
All right, y'all. See ya later.
Bye.
Bye.
Deuces.
Bye.